Hello, and today we are talking about all things geeky. We're just three brothers. Three brothers who
Love geeky stuff. That's why we set up a company called GeekVault.
yeah, if you have time,
Self-explanatory.
go check it out.
GeekVault.co.uk.
Hey.
Straight. That's the promotion. That's the self-promo stuff out of the way.
Episode 1 is up and running.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. Episode 1. Let's get into it.
So,
Introduce
Yeah.
our names.
Oldest brother.
hi, I'm Alex,
Scott.
Bradley, youngest.
and we all have the same interests. It's
Yeah.
with slight variation. I'm more into my films and model making. Warhammer is life.
I like comics.
I like video games, but we all kind of do. So
Yeah,
Yeah,
we
we're
all
all
have the same idea and we enjoy each other's company.
That's why
Mainly.
we set up a
we
company for
yeah.
it.
We set that up.
it's been a tough.
I think
few
we
years.
could say we have personal preferences to what we lean towards a bit more.
Yeah, but we're very similar. Like Christmas in general is kind of like we all buy the same stuff for each other, and it's kind of like, oh, once you're done with it, do you mind if I have it? for
Yeah,
a bit?
sharing's
So-
caring. And I guess that's really a good thing about it. The three of us can literally just tick things off our list because someone in this house will have it and we can
Yeah.
just read,
Interchangeable.
share.
I mean, it's pretty handy when
Knowledge.
it's like comics or books. I don't read books really.
Films,
I'm terrible. I'm terrible with comics as well. But yeah, films,
movies when we were younger.
Yeah, video
DVDs.
games kind of as well. Like if it's on
Yeah,
one console, we can all play
It's
it.
nice when there's the
normally.
hard
Although
copies.
it's
DVDs.
harder to find a co-op game now.
Yeah, well, DVDs are kind of obsolete now. Streaming service,
It's all Blu-ray.
at a push of a button,
See-
you've got a library of awesome.
That's my
films
question
there.
though. Like, I feel like Blu-ray never got to fully live out its supremacy over
yeah.
DVD because it was like DVD was being thrown out, Blu-ray was about, PS3 was like we can play Blu-ray, Xbox 360 can't, and it was like whoa, and then everyone's
Console
gone
war.
to digital download, and it's just like Blu-ray's kind of just one of those things where it's like,
It's faded away.
maybe in a few years,
Short life.
Yeah.
it'll come back like the vinyl record, I think.
I really don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if VHS tapes didn't come back like that.
Oh, dude.
VHT. It was too bad. You can't bring that back. I love the style
Nothing
and the nostalgia, but
like
you can't bring back
fresh
a
texture.
VHS tape.
Playing and rewinding and doing that over time to the point that you just wreck the film
And
Scratching,
pausing
you
it
can't
on
watch.
one scene and just
Playing
seeing
a
the
film
screen
to
flicker
death.
up and
Yeah.
down.
Or you know where your favourite part in that movie was because you go back and it would be gone. It would be wrecked.
Eventually, you
No
can watch
longer
it porn
exist.
on.
People won't understand this pain in the future. We just
They
about
won't
we just
understand
about
it now.
got it. Well,
Kids
I know
these
I can't say
days-
we own that, but you know we started there, started from there, watched it develop into this beauty that's online content.
Yeah.
We're in that middle age.
I mean, I'm the youngest, so like I kind of was the furthest away from that.
Yeah.
But because
What are you trying to
you
say, I'm
guys, yeah, you're old. Like I feel like there's certain aspects of like how I've grown up is dependent on how like you guys
I mean, we didn't
had.
give up VHS tapes until really late though. Like
yeah, that's what I
DVDs
mean.
were still in full swing, like at the prime of
but
their life, and we were still
I
putting
kind
on
of think
VHS
that's
tapes.
more down to mum and dad being quite tight with their money, not on
Oh
buy a
yeah,
DVD
100%.
Ah.
But it was also because when,
So we've got this VHS. Might as well just keep using it.
but it's also like when school threw out all their VHS tapes.
Oh yeah, we grabbed a whole load of them.
To change to DVDs, you just grabbed all of them. So then we suddenly had a whole new load
It was
library of
free stuff.
Yeah.
VHS movies, and we were like completely fine with that.
Yeah, cannot fault free.
You know what I'm thinking
free
is
stuff.
really weird? Like that time period of where VHS and DVD were around the same time. Because it was
It was a
like you were
long
getting
time.
films released on DVD, but they also still released on VHS.
Yeah,
and
you'd
you were
think-
just kind of like,
They
and,
just
like-
embrace the new format
Yeah.
and just shove it all off. But I guess people wouldn't have gone that way. Someone,
I mean,
you know,
different companies.
Yeah,
you know?
with
but like
VHS.
then
You're not
you can
going to
see
completely
this-
submit to your new.
Yeah, but like you can see this new like that shift on the actual
Yeah.
thing itself because then you had VHS players which also had the DVD player. And now those are
Yeah,
really
I mean
hard to
that's
find.
that's what we still have.
I know, but it's hard to find.
Yeah, that was
I'm
a-
sure.
We
I think we need to
specifically-
replace it.
Went out of our way to get that.
We stopped watching things on that because.
I don't know how to use a DVD player anymore.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. That's a sad truth. Kind of. How does this work?
Stream.
You
Yeah.
have to press an eject button to get the disc out.
There's a separate controller for it, and you're just like, where is it?
Crazy.
Good times. Oh, that's about us.
Yeah, that's it. We run out of tops.
Yeah, it was a long intro.
That's just episode 1. It's over now. It's done.
Anyway, yeah, we're gonna talk about stuff like that, movie news, geeky things.
Let's
It's
just
still
go.
the
That's just,
intro.
a,
It's
that's just a
also-
little insight into all our.
Just in case we haven't hammered it home enough.
It's just a little insight into the tangents.
It's still the intro.
still the first episode.
So what have people been up to recently? What have you been up to? I've been sitting around at home 3D printing things. That was fun. I've got a Blade Runner gun coming along.
You can talk more about it. You know, you're
I
quite
mean-
into props. Prop
Yeah, I
building.
like props and props building. I would like to get into that much more, like with doing it more regularly and selling it eventually, possibly going through our website, GeekVault, GeekVault UK.
Oh, that's wrong.
Geekvault.co.uk. Like, people are going to understand what I'm saying.
GeekVault UK are our social media handles. You can find us on
They
Instagram,
can find
Twitter,
us.
and Facebook.
Saved.
Look, I think if you type in GeekVault UK, you're going to find us. So yeah, that's what I've been up to recently. We're literally sat here with things.
Well, the parts to your Blade Runner
Yeah,
pistol.
to my pistol.
I think that's one of the good things about
it's taking
films,
time.
video games, etc. You see such cool items. I don't know. You find these characters and you want to be close to them. Is that no? You want to kind of act them
You
out.
want to be them?
You want to be them. You want to be that
I
hero.
want a
You-
body
be
pillow.
But-
inside them?
What's great is that they come with these awesome accessories. And in today's day and age where materials, people are just with YouTube learning how to create all sorts of things, and then technology becoming more affordable, hence why we have a 3D printer to start creating movie replicas and just little fun things for ourselves, because a lot of the time the collectibles that we're looking to get, or they can be quite expensive, but you can find really good prices at geekvault.co.uk, our website. Competitive prices that
Slip
will
that in there.
Ooh, for a time.
easily. Shit.
Just fucking burn it.
Bang.
Boom.
But yeah, it can be expensive. And
But-
being able to create your own stuff is like great, even if it's not like perfect.
I mean,
The wonderful thing about making things yourself, you just feel proud of it.
Yeah, it's the
Like
process.
no matter what level,
it's definitely
is.
cheaper than
it's definitely cheaper
Yeah.
than buying it. as
buying
well.
a Deckard's blaster.
Oh yeah, man.
definitely.
I forget what it's called. Tetsuko. I can't remember the name of it. Tomiyuko something. PKD blaster.
Tamagotchi.
It's like 900 quid in the UK, and that's insane.
Yeah, and you see a lot of people who
Shouldn't be called
themselves
a
are.
blaster.
It is though.
Should be.
By some people.
Not officially. As we're doing this, news has just dropped that Star Wars Episode 9 has officially wrapped. And
God damn.
we have our very own insider on that piece. This is
Special guests now being
Special
introduced
guest,
here.
what?
Alex
It's,
works on
Alex.
Episode 9 himself.
Yeah, I today just finished on Star Wars Episode 9, and it was a hell of an experience. Like, for dream jobs, I remember us being younger, obsessing over watching Star Wars and thinking, and then finding
It's
our
our
passion for
ultimate dream job.
film,
oh yeah.
and thinking, this is, if there's one thing we could do in our life, it'd be to work on a Star Wars film. Didn't matter what role, even if it was just as an extra or something, we had to get on there. Unfortunately, I missed the first few films, but finally I got my lucky break and ended up on the set of Star Wars Episode 9. Title's yet to be released.
Yeah, you don't know the title.
I don't know very little. I've
Rumors
seen-
are
yeah.
it's called Balance of the Force.
Really?
Really?
Yes,
I
but,
Force
can s-
Awakens.
yeah,
but that's a
it's,
falsely spread rumor.
Yeah.
That's-
Or
Well,
is
apparently
it purposely
it's
spread?
taken like because a couple of years ago, someone who was like the 400th comment got the name of the new Star Wars film
Yeah.
right, either Last Jedi, Force Awakens. So now there's people out there as a
Conspiracy.
segment make the 400th comment into like the official title. So apparently
That's
that
crazy.
was
That's
that's
what.
that's where the rumors
like it.
come
If it
from.
comes
Is what
true.
I heard.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that. I like the.
Don't know. I'm not.
It's probably not going to be true. That would be crazy. But like, I kind of like the sort of subculture community aspect
Yeah,
of
that's
it,
what's-
where everyone's like 400th comment.
Yeah.
That's the name, and it doesn't matter how ludicrous it could possibly be. Because like, what if someone came out with just like,
Yoda Strikes Back.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, like that's the new name for episode 9. Like,
Oh, that's the beauty of
really?
pop culture, really, isn't it? Something as simple as that gets out and it becomes a huge thing, and almost in itself, a religious acts. Would you say religious aspect to?
It's almost religious.
Yeah, and the fact that people regularly come back to this, and
I mean, Jedi is
It's
a religion now.
Yeah, I mean, I'm celibate because of being a Jedi.
It's not the Jedi way.
It's not the Jedi way. I can't have a relationship.
yeah, you have a girlfriend.
No, I broke up with her just now. I'm a Jedi. I have a lightsaber.
That's why I cut my arm off.
That's why I disfigured myself.
Following the steps of Anakin. But yeah,
I mean, what do you think it might be called? If you had to pick a name, what would you give it?
Oh, the last one was called The Last Jedi, wasn't it?
yeah.
Okay, it's Force Awakens, Last Jedi.
See,
Jared.
They should just call it Rey Wins.
Ray wins.
Star Wars Rey Wins. That'll sum up this new trilogy quite nicely, I think.
Return of the First Order. Return of the Empire.
Return of the Empire. Yeah.
Return of First Order. Balance. Something balance. Because I feel like they're
you just
Return of balance of the Empire to the
Empire
force of the Jedi.
No, it's just like
the Sith are back.
No, I'm thinking
They should call
like,
it just Free Brothers.
just Free Brothers.
fighting in space.
No, I think it's just going to be like
Kylo's got 2 brothers.
it's balance. Like they kind of fucked up the balance by just having this new trilogy and being like, yeah, you know what, Darth Vader killing thingy, and
We're not
all that
massive
stuff.
fans of the new trilogy. That should be put out there.
you know,
I'm
they'll
sorry,
just
JJ.
like,
I loved working for your film.
It's a dream to work
yeah,
on, but
yeah, it was fantastic. I don't.
Anyway,
like,
these two
passion
don't
has
represent
two
me.
things.
maybe
shut
should
up.
get-
We
maybe
heard what you said.
Maybe we should get back to that. So what was it? I mean, first of all, you were a runner
Yeah,
in
I
the
started.
props department.
I've got in.
Just to clarify,
Yeah, I got in at the bottom level as a runner.
got to start somewhere.
Yeah, exactly. In the prop making department, which was handy for me because being a model maker and prop maker, a hobbyist with Bradley, there was a natural interest there to then see these guys who are insanely talented create all the guns, weapons, hand props from scratch, you know, and set deck pieces as well. Things you wouldn't even think of props, the set dressing, which include aerials, the moisture evaporators, things like that. They build it, and some of it's from scratch, some of it's from things being remixed from previous films. And what's really cool is after being there for so long, to then go and play Battlefront or Battlefront 2 and seeing.
I was honestly expecting you to say some other stuff, but then you
I'm
went
sorry.
Battlefront, and I was just like,
Cool.
okay, all right.
But
you know, I
yeah,
get
you
it.
see,
I get it.
You see the stuff, the
Sponsored
way they
by
replicate the
You gotta pay
minute
for the next part of this podcast.
details of the props and the sets and the graphic panels which are made in prop making. It's just unbelievable, and it's quite cool because not only am I getting to walk through it in real life on these sets, but then in my personal time getting to play these games and continuing to live in the world of Star Wars, which I've got to say is
Fantasy.
And like,
live in the fan.
Even
with
if Battlefront
with
It was
these
the
films
dream.
and stuff, like you forget that there are people who are making this
Yeah.
entire thing. Like you can kind of look at it and go, "Yeah, someone made a lightsaber." It's like, yeah, but actually, someone made the entire fucking room,
Yeah,
and it's also not
insane.
made the way you think it's made,
No.
which
It's insane.
was interesting when you
full
told
of
us
penis
about.
pumps. More on that later down the line.
No.
It's insane.
Episode 10. Find out about penis pumps. I need them.
I have them.
uh,
That's not mine.
that's not my
I swear,
penis.
baby. Yeah, no, it's insane the amount of man hours and power that go, and women. Can't leave them out. I can't.
Man, I was and woman.
Yeah, I just felt very,
Man, I was
very sexist
empowered
there.
women.
It's the people power.
Yeah, it's-
the hours that people put in, and
Powder people.
the power the power, like
Of love.
the amount of time that goes into this, and people. Oh, fuck, I've lost my train of thought. So yeah, working on Star Wars Episode 9 was ticking off that ultimate career job. It was a fantastic experience. I met some incredibly talented and amazing people, and the whole thing was quite surreal. And today I finished. It's all come to an end, and I really don't know how to feel about it. It's kind of just.
I mean,
I'm
it
in a
is
weird,
sad.
yeah, I'm in a weird limbo state of emotions. Kind of, I've got another job lined up, which is great from
On
this
to the
one,
next job.
etc. But Star Wars was such a big influence and
It's a shame there's not like another Star Wars thing that you can move on to right
go
now.
on to, yeah. Well, there's other things in the pipeline, isn't there?
Yeah.
The TV shows, and then later on down the line, whenever they decide to start up the films. So fingers crossed, things will come back around, and where I started my career finally in the film industry, I'll find my way back to it. And,
I'll
a
end my
better
career.
position. I will step on set.
finish.
I will speak my mind and be fired for it.
I
'Cause-
will finish what you started.
I was going along with that idea of you will eventually become a director for like a new Star Wars film, and you
end
just
it.
Gonna fix it.
end Star Wars. You'll just literally create a thing where it's like the universe blows,
blows
up.
up.
And it's just like, oh, okay.
Well, to be honest, the
And
way
that's
it's
how our
mounted
universe
should
came
pretty-
along.
Yeah, should go that way, really, shouldn't it? It's the first film.
Like,
It's a super weapon.
I
It's
want
the
to.
second film.
I want to talk
It's a super
about
weapon.
our dislike of the new
The
trilogy,
new trilogy.
but not for the first episode. It's too
In
intense.
passing.
It's
Yeah.
gonna have to be, full length.
All we can
Needs
touch on is most people will probably disagree. I don't know. I think it's going to be a 50-50 split, but we are not fans. It's
Yeah.
good to be
Yeah.
back in the world of Star Wars, but
Love Rogue One.
yeah, and
Like
Solo.
Solo. It's just a sequel
Yeah, the-
trilogy.
The
It's
standalone
not-
films.
Not
What?
fans.
Yeah, we're not particularly fans of it, and there's a long list of reasons, and we'll do
But that's
maybe an episode or 2 episodes.
I'm saying 5 minimum to get all the stuff out.
a trilogy of
Enough
a
of this.
saga.
We can't
Yeah,
stop
yeah.
talking
Yeah.
about it. We got there's more important
Yeah.
pop culture things
We-
that have
That's
happened
enough
recently.
for that
No.
right now.
We will
We'll
convince
move
you all that they are bad. Apart from Rogue One and Solo, they're great.
And the prequels are good too.
Yeah.
Die by that.
Yeah.
Do with that what you will,
Yeah. We will argue our points.
and you might like them, you might not. We'll find out.
And don't be throwing Jar Jar in our faces. That's just one element of the prequels that got destroyed after Phantom. So
It's a weak punch.
you got nothing to stand on.
Going off.
Intensity here.
Going off
Dude,
on
we're-
one right
Yeah,
now.
we're
we
straight
can't go
We
off.
can't
on one.
leave
Right,
it.
let's
Stop it.
let's move on.
Yeah, like
There's been
let's talk about
What-
Avengers.
Yeah, what's coming out this year?
yeah.
Avengers Endgame is coming out this year, isn't it?
It
I
is.
don't actually know the dates on stuff, so to my
Don't
mind,
know the exact date, but it'll be probably summer.
okay.
I'm
And
guessing.
they've recently released the promo stuff for it,
Yeah.
and there's some bad stuff.
Yeah, they released a really bad image. Did not look official, but it was very official.
Have you seen the poster?
No, I haven't seen the poster.
Oh, dude, it's poor Photoshop.
Is
It honestly feels like
Rush Job?
yeah, someone must have been like, no, I know how to use Photoshop. We can't get all the actors in one room to actually take a photo. We'll just slap them on top of each
No.
other.
Well, it looks like an old Thor photo.
And yeah, it's
Someone in
Actually,
the
yeah.
office definitely said, let's just give it to the intern. He can do it.
he said he's good with IT. And yeah, just there's so many little, like maybe not little elements, but it looks poor.
Oh, Jesus. No, that can't be real.
It
That's not
is.
the
It's
official...
on their website.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Like, it looks
Can
so
you turn
bad.
that around? Let me have a look at it again.
Like, Black Widow's hair, just whole...
Yeah,
thing.
that is so... Hawkeye. What's going on there? They've tried de-aging him with a fresh new cut. I don't understand what the Hulk's doing.
This is wrong.
yeah, the Hulk looks. They all look like they've been CGI'd, or like they're the wax figures of the actors in costume.
Super airbrushed. I don't like the way they've been cut out and just placed.
Yeah, on top of each other
Yeah,
as well.
yeah.
It's like at least put them side
It's
by
not even
side.
blended.
Yeah.
Like
Well.
you've tried to be like, oh well, they're standing in a Mighty Ducks formation, but instead it's like, they're just sort of plastered
Yeah,
on top of each other.
I think what doesn't help is they all seem to have like that rim light around them, which really makes them stick
Yeah,
out
you
and
see
tells
they
you
cut
that
out, yeah.
they were taken separately, or like, because the four, as you said, looks like he took a promo photo from Ragnarok.
Well, Infinity War.
Infinity War. Yeah, Infinity War, instead of actually getting a new photo.
Stormbreaker. Just to prove we know some shit.
I can't get over that.
Yeah, it's bad. I'm
It's
looking
bad.
forward to
As-
Endgame, though.
As an official teaser poster,
Yeah, you shouldn't be put...
that
like,
should not be put
billion-dollar company, billion-dollar movies shouldn't be putting out that kind of
No.
rubbish.
There's enough
It
of that
happens all
going
the
on.
time.
Yeah, there is
you know?
enough of that. going
especially
on in
within
the industry.
Marvel, I'd say.
I mean, the thing is, they're so popular, they can kind of get away with it.
Yeah, it's just one image.
Yeah.
Yeah, people just eat that shit up.
And it's only just been released, so there's guaranteed to be more that hopefully are better, or maybe they're just going to be the same.
It very much feels like there was a deadline to be met there, and they left it.
I mean, it's
till-
not like a poster. It's
No.
just like a banner or
yeah,
whatever else. It's just a bit of
It
advertisement.
does very much look like a packaging shot, but don't label that as a teaser poster. Yeah, that sets a bar straight away as to a sort of standard to get to. But it's good. I like the teaser trailer. Surely they've got to be releasing an actual official trailer soon, I imagine. There's been
There was
Yeah.
the Super Bowl trailer. Yeah, there'll be a...
Super Bowl
Official.
trailer was the one where it was like, people have already gone through it and deconstructed it, going, they've CGI'd people out here,
Yeah.
or they've CGI'd in
in the
stuff.
field, they reckon.
Yeah, the field shot, there's a perfect space for a character.
Someone to be either in or out of.
Well, maybe we'll do an episode in the future where we kind of do our own deconstruction of things and theorise as to what's going to happen. Apparently, it's going to be their longest Marvel film, though. Going on 3 hours or something is what I recently...
Yeah, I've heard it'll be pretty long, which I'm fine with.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I felt like Infinity War kind of squeezed in some things, so longer film to really give it what it needs.
That
Yeah.
breathing space to kind of get the
Yeah,
story
exactly.
out.
Like,
Everyone enough
I
screen
think
time.
at this point, no one will be too upset. People enjoy these movies.
And majority of them are good. They are good.
I mean, yeah, it always levels at least 50-50, I'd say.
But like with Infinity War, I don't think it was long enough. How long was Infinity War?
I don't know, 2 hours
2 hours.
maybe.
Yeah.
I just
Could-
think it should have been split over a couple of movies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they definitely tried fitting too much in.
I think
I was a bit
short period of
disappointed
time.
by it. For 10 years build up. I know like Endgame's the second part in a way. Just 2 films where it's like Thanos snaps and then the second one they fix it. It was a bit...
Yeah, it should be its own trilogy.
Yeah,
in a
I
way.
think so.
especially with like so many characters they've got there, it's quite ambitious in general, like the Infinity War storyline. And yeah, they should have done it well by actually spreading it out and building up that tension. I know we've had like 10 years of Marvel films with the idea of like Thanos is coming, but
Thanos then turns
it
up.
turns
and
up
it's-
and it's done in one film.
Yeah,
And then it'll be undone in one film by
And-
the looks of it.
Yeah, a 3 hour film, but
they needed that little middle section.
better.
Yeah. What they did do well, though, was a lot of the characters that we've watched over the years grow. And even the side characters and their little, not sidekicks per se, but they're there, aren't they?
Yeah.
And pretty much all of them had decent time in that film, and they popped up. And I thought they smashed it out of the park with that.
I feel like
Thanos
they did
Joker.
Thanos really well. Like, I personally really enjoyed him just because throughout the previous films, you don't really know nothing about him. Unless you've read the comics and looked him up and stuff, you don't know much. Whereas, like, the film kind of, for that one film, kind of gets you kind of siding with him slightly. Not
Yeah.
really.
You can understand his purpose.
I don't
Yeah,
side with it, but I agree
You
that...
get the emotional value of
I
like,
agree
him.
that, you know, like, yeah, it's been 10 years, but to be fair, like, it's true, this is the only film Thanos has actually really been in, and they did do a good job of making him feel like a character that you've already been, like, dealing with,
Yeah.
in a way.
He
Like,
was always, he was
like,
always shadowing.
yeah, obviously he appeared in Guardians, and then he appears, or Avengers, and he appeared briefly in every other thing. But yeah, it did feel like they did a good job as like introducing him and making him feel and fit in like he's been there the whole time.
Yeah, because like the worst case scenario would possibly have him there, and they just play him off as being like, oh, he's doing his thing, instead of having you feel like, okay, but I haven't really seen him in 10 years. I don't really know what's going on here. He's just doing this stuff, and he does, but like, you get what I mean.
Exactly, they did it. I just feel like, you know, he spent 10 years making a plan or something.
10 years getting to
and
this
then
point.
in one film, he gets all 6 Infinity Stones.
Yeah, that
5
surprised me.
Infinity Stones there. It's like, boom, done. So it's like, well, maybe you shouldn't have sent Loki to Earth with an Infinity Stone to do whatever you were planning on doing. Maybe you should have just gone for the Infinity Stones before the Avengers were ever even a thing.
Yeah. I was surprised at that when I first saw it. I thought, no way is he going to get all the stones just as easy as that. And boom, there it was. He had the glove ready to go. Infinity Gauntlet, snap, done.
So
it demeans the like problem a bit. It's like, well,
Yeah.
why was he struggling? Why is this 10 years if he just
what,
and did it?
What would your solution to be instead of having it all in one film?
I would have liked in films like Guardians and Thor, you actually see him getting a couple of Infinity Stones. Like at the beginning, he already has 1 or 2, I believe. But it's like, yeah, you could have actually in the other films actually been like, oh shit, Thanos has got.
There'd be more of a build up to him.
Exactly,
Getting
like
those stones.
I think in Guardians 2 they mention Xanadu, which is where the Nova Corps is. I think they mention that's like been destroyed or something for the Infinity Stone, but I feel like they could. I think that's like just the after credits thing as well, or mid credits scene. I feel like they could have actually done something where there's like it's an actual part of the film.
Yeah.
That he's gone and gotten an Infinity Stone.
Definitely show a bit more of his prowess as a combatant.
Yeah, exactly. Like show him up before, like turning up with an army, beating some people down, and just taking it and walking off. Like just in the last 5-10 minutes of one of their films, they're already in space.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I'd like that. I'd like to have seen a bit more. He was there, constant, shadowing the moments that were leading up to this big event of Infinity War. But then he comes into action, and even then, it's his goons that kind of do a lot of the groundwork at the start, and then he just comes in and reaps the benefits and takes a couple of stones. It would have been awesome to see him in a bit more of a fight. You know, this guy's a badass.
Yeah, I definitely do feel like you kind of forget about Thanos though slightly in some of the previous films where they're trying to build up to this one. Because I'm just trying to think. I honestly can't remember the after credit scenes which hinted towards him, which kind of maybe is a bad thing.
Yeah, there's Avengers
because it means
and the Guardians, I guess, and then Thor Ragnarok, maybe,
which kind of then makes like Infinity War in general seem much more out of the blue.
Yeah. That's the thing actually, because end of Thor Ragnarok, you see him appear in this big battle cruiser, and then Infinity War starts with the Asgardians
already defeated.
Yeah.
You don't know where Korg is. You don't know where Valkyrie is. You assume
exactly. Those characters
they've escaped
gone.
with other Asgardians potentially, just so they can carry that on. But it would have been cool to actually see them board, take over, and fight.
Yeah, with some of them fleeing.
The Asgardians, and show what happened to Valkyrie and
literally
Korg and
just have a cool fight scene.
Yeah, this is a couple of, in film terms, that would only be a few seconds in the scene just to watch a couple of escape pods firing off as an outside shot as they're getting boarded, and then
opening of Star Wars,
a little bit,
Darth Vader,
definitely New Hope, mixed with a bit of Rogue One in there.
Hulk annoyed me in that film actually. Infinity War.
He wasn't in it?
He wasn't.
Precisely. Yeah. That's what I mean. He wasn't in it.
He gets beaten up and he's like, oh, I've got to hide.
Don't even start me on the Hulkbuster at the end when his head just looks like they cut out a photo and stuck it on.
I think we should definitely do another episode where we just talk about Marvel films.
Yeah, I mean, we've covered a lot of Infinity War right now. But...
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, I think later on, as the podcast develops and we find our feet a bit more, we'll definitely have that structure where we can maybe approach some of our favourite films and talk about the good points and the bad points. And by all means, leave comments and give us some feedback as to what you think we could do better. And make sure you check out our website,
Everything.
geekvault.co.uk, for all
Yeah.
your geeky needs. We're really trying to sell this point. To be
We
honest,
are a
It's not
website.
real
You
job.
can trust us.
We're just trying to be successful
We are
young
geeks.
entrepreneurs representing geek culture because we're one of you guys.
Think of it like a Patreon.
Yeah.
Except you get to receive toys or clothing that you want when you support us.
when you
a
buy it.
competitive price, may I add.
Yeah, we don't benefit like large companies. These scenarios, we're just doing it because we love it, and we want to encourage a community to grow and build, and just community.
I think that's the key word. This is not a plead for help. This is
We're
not
not-
us desperation.
We're not begging,
Desperate cries, but if we
but
could
please
beg,
give us money.
No.
So poor.
just
I mean, it's just follow.
just
Is it?
simple
Like and subscribe.
follow,
Why are we ending
yeah.
it right now?
But yeah, at the very least, help brother out. Help just three brothers out.
Help free brothers out.
Just with
Free Brothers.
a follow, just check our page out and see what you think. And as always, feedback would be great. And we have an exciting, as you know, I worked on Star Wars Episode 9, and being part of the crew, we also get perks in the fact that we get t-shirts, crew t-shirts, exclusive only to the film, and other such gifts. So if you check back with us over the next few months to the end of the year, when leading up to the release of Episode 9,
We will probably mention this throughout the next couple
Yeah.
of podcasts as well, just in case
Well-
you don't listen. Number one, we want to make sure.
then there will be a little competition in which you can win it.
Exclusive Star Wars merchandise.
Keep
Trixie
Checking up on
merchandise
us.
to be
specific.
specific.
Jesus.
Yeah. Stay tuned. Keep looking back, checking out our stuff, giving us a follow, and just wait to find out this exclusive
Go on,
exclusive
say it.
war gear.
Exclusive.
Exclusive war gear. It's not.
Exclusive.
Get a
war
helmet
gear.
and gauntlets. Exclusive war gear.
No.
Your Trixie shirt and hat.
War has changed.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
that's that, man.
I don't know. Where did it all go wrong? I think it's just a late day. I finished. It's an emotional
Yeah.
day for me. In all seriousness, no, we will be releasing. Not releasing because that's ridiculous. In all seriousness, no.
We'll release leaked information
Yeah.
about Star Wars Episode
Ooh,
9,
can
and
we?
you can win
Can
it.
we? Ooh, we.
Get a deep insight into the film of Star Wars Episode 9 and learn all behind the scenes action, insider information. This is just turning into shit. This end bit is just falling
Yeah,
apart.
Look, I mean,
this is-
We've
close.
said what we
Yeah.
needed to say, which was there will be a giveaway. And that's about it. Stay up to date with us, follow our stuff, and listen to future stuff, and maybe buy
Yeah.
some stuff at geekvault.co.uk.
Really
Gotta
setting
plug
our
it
heads up.
again.
Yeah,
Otherwise, anything else anyone got to say? Like
Just-
quick.
I can't try and get this right.
Jeez.
But stay tuned. keep following us for exclusive giveaway. That's the word we were looking for. Giveaway. An
Oh, you were
exclusive
looking
giveaway. I was looking for. Bradley already nailed it.
Yeah, I said it already.
Exclusive.
Enough of this. We've done it. You don't need to say it. You failed. I cleared up your mess.
You failed me for the last
He
time.
finished
We
what you
stand
started.
here amongst my achievements.
Oh, shit. Broke something. Yeah, we should have talked about
Yeah,
it.
we
my
should.
gosh,
we can
otherwise it'll
mention
be
it
too
real
late.
quickly right now.
Have
or
you
we
seen
can
Will
slide
Smith?
it.
I've seen
as the
Will Smith's Genie.
My
Oh
God,
my.
that's awful.
Wow. I don't see why they just didn't do a CGI Genie
That's
and
all I
use Robin
wanted.
Williams' voice. I know
What-
they're trying to do
Don't
their own
use
take.
Robin
I mean,
Williams'
that's
voice.
what I would
I
have
can't.
done. I would have done.
I know Will Smith said that he was terrified of stepping into the boots of Robin Williams, the great Robin Williams, who defined a new way of character voice acting for animation with the Genie. That's a big role to step up to. And I'm thinking he's going to do it, but it does scream a little bit Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, but as a big blue floating guy.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty bad when I saw just the picture of Will Smith dressed up as Will Smith. I was like, this is bad. Why didn't they animate him blue? And I saw the teaser trailer and he was animated blue. I was like, my fucking God, that's awful. How did you fuck that up?
Why did they animate him blue?
Yeah, just like-
If anything, it's better back than him just walking around as Will Smith with stupid
Genie.
hair and vest.
Yeah.
It looks better. I'm not into Aladdin right now.
No, I'm not into
Sorry,
any of the
Guy
live
Ritchie.
action
No.
Disney stuff.
No, and it's Guy Ritchie, which is weird to me.
Yeah, odd choice
Yeah.
for a Disney friendly film.
Do you think it's
Also-
going to end up being like really action packed and like gangstery?
Yeah, can you imagine?
I mean, he is
Dexter-
a thief.
Dexter
Yeah.
Fletcher and
Gonna
Jason
run and
Fleming.
have that slow motion as they kind of slide. So,
I mean, it
so
didn't
this is my
work.
life. He's just a street rat.
Didn't work for King
Sweet.
Arthur, so don't think it's gonna work. For
But it's his style. That's his directing style, isn't it?
Yeah, I
It's
know.
kind of his signature.
It is.
It's going to make an
Worked for
appearance.
Sherlock. I like Sherlock. Didn't work for King Arthur.
Did
Don't
he,
think it's
did
gonna
he
work
do
for Aladdin.
Robin Hood?
No,
No.
he did not.
Who did Robin Hood?
Just no one. No one.
Just no one. Okay.
No, well,
It
just
came
someone
out
who
of
does
nowhere.
generic films. It could have been his debut for all I know. It's not.
All right.
Not a name.
We'll talk.
Sorry
about
to that
another
guy.
time.
Yeah. Also,
Sorry, guy.
the trailer when
Or woman. Or woman power.
or people, woman power. Let's
Or
see what you did there.
persons of whatever. they
Um,
want.
Bring back round.
Final thing, Jafar did not feel intimidated or scared by him
No,
at all.
and Aladdin looks weird.
Yeah,
I actually haven't seen
Doesn't
the
look like a
trailer. I've
street
only
rat.
seen screenshots, so that's how I know what the gene looks
Yeah.
like. And I'm like,
Don't
Nah.
like that.
Jafar? I don't know. Like,
he just
who is
doesn't have that creepy kind of voice. It's kind of very
It's not like Jafar.
yeah.
Jafar.
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 It's just like some guy. who's
Iago.
Like,
Yeah,
hey, get me a
street
lamp.
rat. He's just
Yeah.
go in there and get me
Step
that
into the
lamp.
cave. Touch nothing but the lamp.
I mean, the magic carpet looks like it's gonna be pretty much the same, so gotta hold on to that. It's a whole new world, everybody.
Whole new world of live action Disney,
Disney
films,
films.
which are
Horrible.
probably gonna, I don't want to say it because it's cliche, but kind of ruin my childhood. It's bad because people hate
Not-
that term.
Not if you don't watch them. I
But
haven't
no,
seen
if I
a
don't
single
watch-
one yet.
I haven't seen Beauty and Beast. I did watch Maleficent. I enjoyed that.
Doesn't
Yeah,
really
but I
count.
haven't really
seen the-
counted. That's a
Yeah.
Disney character, but it's not a retelling of the
No.
story.
No,
It's the same with Wizard's Apprentice,
sorcerers.
Sorcerer's Apprentice, which is
Almost
technically
entirely
an
new film.
intake. What's the
Oh,
word? Remake
Fantasia.
of Fantasia.
Same with Mickey Mouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I didn't know until
That's what it's
someone-
based on.
Yeah.
Until you.
It's like
put it out.
That was
Pirates
a
of
good
the
film. I enjoyed
Caribbean.
that.
Yeah.
It's just a ride.
Yeah, just based on the Disney ride.
And Nick Cage is just
Yeah.
great.
I watched Beauty and the Beast. It was okay. I love the fact it had Ewan
Didn't look
McGregor
very
in.
good.
I'm a massive fan of Ewan McGregor.
Doing a terrible French accent.
Yeah,
apparently.
but it has some of the classic songs. It's pretty much the same film, just slight variations, couple of other bits and bobs in there. And I was really disappointed with the look of the Beast. And then when he turns into a human, I just went, not really worth the effort there.
I mean, I never. The Beast didn't look attractive as a human in the cartoons either,
No.
so it's pretty accurate.
Stockholm
No.
Syndrome, man.
When he becomes a human, he's like, he's got
He's got
long
that
luscious locks.
fucked up nose.
Stockholm Syndrome.
Stop.
It's just quite literally
straight up
like-
He looks
Stockholm
like
Syndrome.
Quasimodo without the hunchback.
Quasimodo was
No,
better
no
than him.
offense, Quasi.
Yeah.
Anyway,
He was slandering Quasi.
Oh, and
that's
we
enough on the Blue Genie.
Could
Yeah,
talks about the new
but
Terminator title being
Real
released.
quick thing though.
Tim Miller directing.
Do you think that the
So
whole
much we
live
could do.
action Disney stuff is just like Disney trying to bring their
Make-
theatre stuff to more audiences? Because a theatre ticket to see Mulan or Lion King or whatever else is expensive.
Have they
Compared
made
to-
theatre tickets? I don't think they have
Yeah, no,
theatre
they-
shows of that really though. do
Lion
they?
King.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
like,
the
Beauty
Lion
and the
King.
Beast.
Is there a
other things.
Disney produced
Well,
Well,
yeah,
Beauty and the
produced-
Beast?
Maybe not en masse. Like
Maybe.
Lion King.
I assume that like that's what you got to be taught if you're
Yeah.
saying it's to
Yeah.
replace theatre tickets. But I don't think Disney are doing
Lots of
theatre.
theatrical work. They'll be doing
No,
their small
but-
shows on their Disney cruises and the
I
parks
think-
I
and
thought
stuff.
like
It's a
the
cheap
shows
cash
like
grab.
Lion King were
No, at the moment.
I don't
it's
even
not.
think the
supported
Lion
by Disney.
Yeah, Lion King is.
I guess it's got to
it's,
be because
yeah,
it's a
their
Disney.
story.
Just
I mean,
like
it's just Hamlet
Mulan
with
or
lions, but
Aladdin, the show.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I don't think
Yeah.
there is a Mulan show.
Because obviously Aladdin's like
Yeah,
a
And
planetary thing.
Aladdin's just a public domain. Well, even Mulan's public domain. She was a
Okay.
real person.
See, I don't know this, so
Who
that's why I was
existed.
asking.
And Aladdin's
This is
just
why
a
we do the podcast.
comic-
This is why I do
Cough.
podcasts.
comic.
Educate me.
Aladdin's just he's folk tale or whatever
Yeah.
you want to call it.
I mean, yeah, I guess it makes sense.
So it's
Disney
like
make-
it's all that's public domain. It's like Peter Pan or Robin Hood. Anyone can make that.
Yeah.
'Cause
I
it
think-
just exists.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's just because I'm like,
Why are we
I
doing
assume Disney
I
have
assume
copyrights
Disney
over everything.
can't actually think of anything original, or don't trust to make or let anyone
take a
make an
risk.
original thing
Yeah.
anymore. So they just go, hey, if we take this, make it
Successful.
live action, and then like change it a little bit because it's live action, that will make us enough money that we feel safe to do it.
Which is a real shame. They are a real tyrant kind of company, unfortunately. Well, I guess
No
they always
offense,
have
Disney,
been.
don't
No
care.
offense. Yeah.
Disney.
Don't-
Fucking
But also,
all Disney's heads
I
coming
don't-
after us.
I don't understand why they're doing remakes of their animated catalogue when they have a whole catalogue of live action films back when Disney started out. They weren't just cartoons. They had the Robinson Crusoe family, Black Hole. Those kind of films that they could remake and bring into the new light. They're films that are actually forgotten by a lot of people when you mention them and they don't think about them. So if they just went through that catalogue, just for a time being, I think it's too soon to start redoing all their animated stuff.
Definitely.
It's just not working.
Like,
it really isn't.
I'd say if they're gonna redo something, maybe they should readapt their originals.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't even really want that, but like I could understand why they would then make like a CGI frozen version of Snow White
Yeah.
and like readapt it for the modern age because that film came out in the 40s now.
And like Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah, exactly. So like I'd prefer that. I don't want that, but I'd prefer that. There's only a few live action remakes I'd actually like. I'm interested in Mulan, however it sounds like. I want it to be made exactly like Mulan was.
That
I
was
don't
great.
think we're getting that.
Fond memories.
But yeah, I love Mulan. It's like first
Sorry, yeah.
cinema.
Give him a little
I
finger
remember.
point.
Like Hercules, I'd enjoy.
Yeah.
Maybe wouldn't work. Treasure Planet,
I mean,
I think
we've
would
had
be sick.
Hercules.
Treasure Planet would work.
We haven't had it. Doesn't count. It's
Okay.
not. That's the road. It doesn't count.
Yeah. And the only reason I brought up the Mulan thing is because I remember when we went to see it,
Yeah,
At
live
cinema.
action.
they had two guys come out and
Sticks.
actually fight in front with sticks and put on a bit of a
Feels
show.
like a lot more than two guys to me because I was very young.
But, you know,
was very
that's...
impressed.
you just-
But ours both look in different ways.
yeah. I mean, that's the only time I've ever seen that happen.
Yes.
And it was great. And
I
that
didn't see
Szechuan
it.
sauce. Not that I remember that, but obviously
I don't think we
rocketed,
even- don't think we
rocketed to
even got
fame
it
due
over
to Rick
here
and
in-
Morty.
Probably, but I don't think. Maybe Meet the Robinsons.
Oh,
That's,
I
that's an
like
underrated movie.
that. Yeah, very
Treasure
underrated.
Planet's underrated, man.
Yeah.
Treasure Planet's very
But if
underrated.
they were to do a live act, they should definitely do maybe their least successful films. Although we often have quite contrary opinions to the masses out
Because
there.
we're right.
Yes.
This is wrong.
But Treasure Planet
I mean,
is a great
objectively,
2D animated
yeah.
film. But my God, that would look so awesome if they.
Is
brought
that
into
that's the
live
thing?
action world.
Something that would actually look awesome, like live action. I think,
Yeah.
which is why Treasure Planet would be awesome. Yeah, like Cinderella, Beauty and the Beast. It's just the same Disney princess movie. I mean, obviously, as now an adult male, that then I'm not the target audience typically. However, like I like Disney and I like their movies. I just don't think that's appealing enough to like everyone.
Just the princess genre.
Yeah, well, it's just the same. Yeah, it's the
It's
same
just the
thing
same
of
stuff,
like
they're churning the
princess in
same
a
out, yeah.
castle. It's like you can only
Yeah.
make it so
Or
interesting.
a princess define her boundaries and becoming
exactly.
showing everyone's wrong, etc. And they're not only doing it in their 2D films and their live action films; they've also got in their 3D animated
It's like
films.
why Moana was so good.
Mm.
Because it's like she's out on the ocean, she's doing things, she's finding a giant crab. You know, and Wreck-It Ralph is great because it just feels new. It feels different. It doesn't feel like
it feels like a more modern version of a fairy tale.
yeah, exactly. Which is why I think
Yeah, with slight original undertones, you know.
How about live action Lilo and Stitch?
I don't know.
my
Anime-
initial thoughts are like, no, I do not want that at all. However, when I think about them like recreate like Detective Pikachu style Stitch, I think I would find so adorable it would win me over. Like
Yeah.
I love Stitch. So I feel like if they
Stitch.
brought it out and he was live action, I would just melt and die and be like, yeah, fuck it.
How
Have
about-
my money.
Wait, how about this? Stitch voiced by Hugh Jackman.
I see
You
where
got
you're going.
Pikachu
I get
being
why.
done by
Pikachu
Ryan Reynolds.
You got the rivalry there.
But I would hate that.
I don't know. I can't imagine what it'd be
Stitch
like.
doesn't talk beyond
Yeah.
like
Dude, he does. I want to see Hugh Jackman if you're listening to this.
Could you imagine?
we know you are.
We know you are.
You're the one fan.
Twitter. I want you to do a video clip of you doing your best Stitch voice impersonation for the new Lilo and Stitch film that's going to be live action.
If
That's
Hugh
your
Jackman-
audition tape right there.
If Hugh Jackman's just doing a Stitch voice, then that's fine. I don't care who voices.
Yeah, no, he's not going to do like Ryan Reynolds.
But if he's like,
Hey, Bob.
Hi. "Hi, Lilo,"
Who are you looking at?
I can't do it.
I
I
can't-
don't
yeah.
even know.
just redo. Just try to think of
Do.
Just try to think of
Fuck Ryan
Australian
Reynolds. I'm Wolverine.
aviation gin. Fuck off. Oh god.
Yeah.
Cowabunga, dude.
Hello.
Surfs up.
Hi.
Surfs up. Catch the wave.
Crikey. Oh, that.
Oh, you fucking druggo.
See,
I imagine
our-
Stitch is just in the Big Leisure.
our entire
You
our
fucking
entire
drug.
possibility for like an Australian market of listeners is gone. We've ruined it. We've destroyed their
bloody
love for
Pom's
us.
Oh,
doing
we've
those terrible
successfully-
accents.
Fine, because we don't sell to them because our website is geekvault.co.uk, so it specifically only ships within the UK.
Yeah.
For
if you're
now.
interested.
We're a
For now,
national site.
with future ideas too.
Another nail in that coffin.
The future is bright and big and worldwide.
Ooh.
With many marketplaces under our one
But yeah,
umbrella.
that's the end now.
Yeah, like let's.
Just one last thing. Tim Miller,
Don't squeeze
director of Deadpool. Literally, Tim Miller directing new Terminator film. And from James Cameron's recent interview, he says they're going to forget about all the films that happened after Judgment Day, and they're just going to go straight from T2 into this film. I think he could bring it back with this, being an R-rated superhero film.
Just have to specify.
Yeah.
The R is important. There's
In
not
the
enough of those
in the
films
UK,
these
it's
days.
a 15.
50. This is true.
It's because it's weak.
Yeah, but I'm appealing to that American audience
There's
out
no
there.
butthole in it, then
Yeah.
not getting an 18 rating.
But
Yeah,
I
you
mean,
can blow people's limbs off, but if there's
Yeah,
a
I mean,
butthole
I'm
in it,
always
nope.
excited for the new Terminator films. Like, I like the premise of Genesis. They just executed it very poorly.
I turned it off. I couldn't watch it.
I think Matt Smith should have been Carl Ryan. Carl Reese, that's the
Carl-
one.
Carl
Oh,
Reese.
God,
I was going to
thank
say
God.
Chris Carl.
For a
and I'm
moment
like,
that
that's a different guy.
We're really not
Matt
selling our
Thank you,
geeky
man.
knowledge. I think
Yeah,
it's just
Matt Smith should have
it's
been
just the
Carl
pressure.
Reese in that compared to the Terminator-esque
Also,
Jay
don't
Courtney.
expect to be talking about this.
But yeah, I mean, Terminator 3 was one of the first films I was disappointed by because I loved Judgment Day growing up.
Like the
Great
first film
film.
in general that you were just like,
Yeah, like
Didn't realise
in
films could be
general
bad.
in my life, like it was one of the first films I was excited for, watched, and was then like, this is a heap of garbage. Because we grew up, you know, maybe we shouldn't have, but we grew up watching the Terminator films, the two that were existed at the time, and I love that shit. Like Judgment Day is still one of my favorite films, and then yeah, that was a disappointment. Salvation's fine. Yeah, we'll see. I'm not gonna.
no high hopes. I know because the previous
Yeah,
Fingers
film.
crossed.
it's called Dark Fate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Which leads me to believe it's maybe going to be a bit more
dark.
in the.
a bit more in the future.
Yeah, maybe like they're going to reattempt to do the war
Yeah.
side of things.
That'd be-
I just like the
Interesting.
fact that Tim Miller's helming it.
Yeah, I mean, I'd
Arnold's
Yeah.
back
give Tim
again,
Miller a
apparently.
try. You know,
And-
Sarah Connor is looking badass. Linda Hamilton's looking pretty
Yeah,
badass in this.
back in the role, which is great to see. People, I think the fans wanted to see her back in it. And I just like the fact that
Exactly.
there's this theme at the moment in Hollywood where they're doing, let's scratch what's happened after this film and let's do a direct sequel.
I mean, with time travel, I'm always fine with that. Like X-Men, you can just go, oh, we've restarted from this point because of time travel. And I'm like, okay, that makes sense to me. That's fine.
Yeah, that's
So,
good.
yeah, I'm cool with that.
Yeah, I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to it all. I'm looking
I have
forward
my
to
own ideas for a Terminator film, but we'll get into that
Yeah,
another
yeah.
time.
Definitely, that's
Oh yeah,
another
we've
topic.
got an entire concept for a section in the podcast that'll be coming
Yeah.
next time, probably episode 2. So.
Expect this podcast to be half pitches as well.
Oh, yeah, this is just where we're going to rant movie madness,
and
create our own movie in some form.
and hopefully gain a small following that will support us in that,
Exactly,
and then
and let us do anything
just
we want.
tear down Hollywood and bring back original free-thinking films that actually tell a story instead of just blow you away with visuals. It's a multi-billion industry. People need to start caring more.
It's just a movie, man.
Yeah.
Get over it.
So, yeah, we've covered
Well,
topics.
Yeah, we've covered.
Thank you
quite a
for
few
listening.
topics. Thank you for listening.
If you enjoyed, please like, follow, subscribe where we are. Replugging this.
Yeah.
And it's the end of the podcast.
till the next time.
Cool. Thank you.
Just Free Brothers.
Just Free Brothers.
Running from a comic.
Jingle, jingle.